Hello and welcome to this JV matchup between the Eastlake Wolves and the Woodinville Falcons. I'm Ed Thatcher here alongside Pablo Basave.
Hello and welcome. As you're just joining us, it's 1st and 10 for the Wolves after a offsides call.
Handoff, Steiner up the middle, who has a blocker. Steiner finds a hole, still on his feet, breaking tackles inside the 15.
What a run.
Looks like they'll call him down at about the 14-yard line. Good enough for a first down. And that's just what has been going on the entire game so far. You know, only a little over 2 minutes in, and Steiner's already racked up quite a few yards here. Woodinville went for a surprise attempt at an onside kick that didn't really work out too well.
No, ended up recovering it around the 40-yard line. Now making their way up to the 14. Their 1st and 10.
Kinney at quarterback. He'll hand it off again to Steiner. Bounces it to the outside. In trouble. Goes down for a loss of 1 or 2. That'll make it 2nd down and about 11. Mark him down at the 16. On goes Jackson Wheeler. They come to the line. 2nd and a long 11 here. Wheeler in the backfield. And they'll run a reverse, sweeping around the outside. Daniel Weintraub inside the 5, keeping going inside the 3. It's number 19, Daniel Weintraub. Hold. There is a flag on the field, and so that will be a hold against Eastlake. Back them up 10, make it 2nd and 21, rather than 1st and goal from the 3. Second and about 21. This time Steiner's in the backfield. Woodinville showing blitz. They do. Kinney to throw, and it's caught.
It's caught on the 16-yard line, sorry.
That was number 32, Wyatt Gillette. Now, for those of you wondering why there wasn't any sort of JV home game a couple weeks ago when varsity had just played against Mount Tahoma, well, Mount Tahoma's JV just didn't show up, and they decided to play our C team instead that week. So here it goes. Woodinville's sideline getting a little bit loud. Handoff. Never mind. Kinney's going to keep it. Kinney still on his feet. Kinney to the end zone. Touchdown. Kellen Kinney. 17 yards.
Oh man, what a run, Ed. You know who that reminded me of?
Don't say it.
Patrick Mahomes.
No, it doesn't. If anything, that was more Josh Allen than Pat Mahomes.
I don't know. Sometimes you can see when their quarterback just like hits the weight room and really goes for a run like that one.
Here it is, Jake Carolyn to kick. And it is up, and it is good. So the score with 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. Eastlake Wolves 7, And Woodinville Falcons, 0. Now we'll see that Eastlake kicking game. Varsity wasn't too great. We'll see how JV can do. Now we would like to invite any and all people watching the stream to please put down any questions or comments you might have down in the chat. We'll be looking to respond to them. And a deep kick, fielded at about the 10 by 25, who breaks a couple tackles up to about the 30. That is Jackson Wheeler with the stop at about 30. Now keep in mind, we do not have a Woodinville roster tonight. We will just be referring to the Woodinville players by their numbers, and we have a rather small, small print Eastlake roster, so it might take a little bit to find numbers if we don't already know. So, let's see Woodinville's first drive of the night.
Falcons first and 10 right now.
Looks like a 13 in at quarterback. He'll hand it off up the middle, 25. Still breaking tackles. A flag is thrown. He'll gain about 5 yards, pending the penalty.
Step 4 of 5. But right out of the gate.
Let's see what that flag is. That is holding against Woodinville, so that'll back him up. Rather than a 2nd down and 5, that'll make it a 1st and 20. Not really the direction you want to go if you're the Falcons here.
Now with the 1st and long, they're probably going to be looking at throwing here. That'll be their best option, as they need to gain as many yards as they can.
And no, they're going to hand it off to 25 instead. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, and then gets swarmed for a gain of about 2 or 3. I don't know about that play call there.
I don't know about that one either.
Rory Johnson on the tackle. Stops him.
Pretty much the entire Eastlake line and linebacking core there with the tackle. That'll make it 2nd down at about 18. Now they come out in what looks like maybe a more prone to pass formation. Running back's just a little bit further away from the quarterback here. And that's what they'll do. 13 drops back to pass, lets it fly into trouble, and it's intercepted! At the 35, Andre Schwager. That's 11. That is Andre Schwager. So Eastlake will take over at the Woodinville 36. Really not what you want to do if you're the Falcons here, is turn the ball over.
Not. I mean, they just got the ball for the first time, and now they've thrown a pick.
First pass of the game, too.
Yeah. But with that pressure of having to gain as many yards as you can, you expect them to do it a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah, and I guess I can understand the, what was going through the quarterback's mind there. He was under pressure, under a lot of pressure, and he just threw it, made a bad decision. Probably the only receiver he could really find. But Kinney and Steiner take over from the Woodinville 36. Woodinville showing blitz. Steiner with the ball, bounces outside, breaks one tackle, two tackles. Still going inside the 30, brought down at about the 28.
It's a good 8-yard gain on that play.
Very good gain. That's just what Steiner tends to do to pretty much any defense you throw at him. He'll just run right over him. So here it is, 2nd down and 2. This is prime position for Eastlake to potentially take a shot here. And that's exactly what they'll do. Kinney dropping back, under pressure, throws out of bounds. Just a bit of a throwaway. And officials calling for stoppage of the clock there. Not sure.
There's a flag on the field.
There is a flag on the field. Is there?
There is. Over by the 27-yard line.
And that is ineligible receiver downfield on the Wolves. So that'll take 5 yards off of that Steiner run, make it 2nd and 9. Oh, sorry, not 2nd and 9, 2nd and 7, I think.
Let's see how this affects the Eastlake offense. Will
Yeah,
it give a boost to the morale of the Woodinville team, or what do you think, Ed?
I don't know. I mean, Woodinville's in a tough spot here. They just threw a pick, so momentum is in Eastlake's favor here. And as we saw at the varsity game, it was a very momentum-driven game. But yeah, 2nd and 7 here. I'm not sure how much this is going to affect the play calling, seeing as they went for a pass last time as well. Likely looking to pass here. Kinney drops back, throwing, and it's caught. That's Weintraub inside the 10, I believe.
Weintraub brings it in. Looks like he was inside the 10.
Weintraub down to about the 8. Daniel Weintraub. Really a 3-headed dog here, you know. Kinney, Steiner, Weintraub, the 3 of them just, you can't cover one of them and leave, you know, the other uncovered. There's really no answer to all 3 of them. So they come out 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff, Steiner, and immediately taken down as 32. Would go down as a loss of 2. That looks sort of like maybe a misread there, I think. Looked like an inside zone, and Kinney gave the ball when he probably should have kept it.
If that's your last name, shout it. Let me hear how it's pronounced.
But props to the defense for reading it that well.
Yeah, I mean, one of the designs of that play is that a lot of the time that end doesn't go blocked, and he was just so fast to get there. He might not be the biggest end, but he certainly is a very fast defensive lineman. Blitz comes. Kinney swings it out. Weintraub makes a move. And he's down at about the 1.
Brought down by a mob of Falcons? What's a group of Falcons called?
Brought down by pretty much every single Falcon defender on that field.
Gets to about the 2.
We'll mark him down at about the 1.5, maybe the 2. Makes it 3rd down and goal. Just over 1.5 minutes to go in the quarter before we flip sides.
Woodinville getting loud, trying to distract.
Pitch to
Eastlake.
Steiner.
Pitch.
Trying to find the edge. He gets buried. I don't think he got there.
Inches away from the end zone. He did not get there.
I don't think he got there. Remember, just the very tip of the ball has to cross that front of the line, and they're marking him about 1 inch or 2 short. That's really good defense there from Woodinville, you know, on someone who's just can't really be stopped otherwise. They threw 3 guys at Steiner there.
Knocking on the door.
Here it is, 4th down and goal. They need about an inch. Expect a run to Steiner. They'll pitch it to Steiner, around the outside, but he swallowed it up at the 5. He drops it to 9. No good. So the interception does not go for points for the Wolves. Instead, it's just field position. Woodinville will take over at their own 5. Now, that is positive. It's still not great, seeing as they're in fairly big danger of a safety here. Not as big as if they had stopped him at the line of scrimmage rather than behind it, but still.
You know, the big upset from the pick inside Woodinville's half to get stopped. That's huge for Woodinville. Let's see how it affects them here.
All right, they're looking to run on 1st down. 25, I believe, gets stopped. He'll gain quite a few yards. I think he'll gain 7 or 8. That's 22 on the carry. That'll make it 2nd down and what looks like 3, maybe 2.
Picked up about 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
Now they'll come to line. They've got a wing inside the tackle here, but that will be the end of the first quarter. Score, Eastlake Wolves 7, Woodinville Falcons 0. The 1 touchdown, Kinney, for a nice little 8-yard scramble. So now we'll just flip sides, take over from there. After Woodinville threw a pick on their first pass attempt, still haven't attempted another pass since, which I guess they've only ran 1 play since, but you know, something to look out for is, could that quarterback end up struggling with accuracy?
And of course, there's always that factor of they're near their end zone, so they could get safety, or worse, fumble at the line.
Yeah, where they are currently is, you know, not really as much of a danger of a safety, because they're on the 15. They're a little bit further back. Really, the only danger of a safety here would be 2 sacks in a row.
Second and about 2. Falcons switch to north side of the field.
All right, 2nd down and 2. Here we go. First play of the second quarter. Falcons looking to get out of this hole they've dug. Handoff around the outside. 42. Big man bowls someone over and then is taken down. Gain of about 3 or 4. Looks like Wheeler on the stop.
And that will move the sticks.
Good run getting them the 1st down.
So the Falcons get their renewed first down of the evening.
First down of the game for Woodinville. Next up is the first completed pass.
Yeah.
That isn't to one of the Eastlake defenders. Looks like it might be a pass here. Eastlake showing pressure. 13 rolls out.
Keeps it looking.
He'll keep, he's still going. He'll run for about 6 or 7 yards. He didn't look like he was gonna run it until about 3 yards before he went out of bounds. I think he was still sort of in that, you know, passing sort of stance, even after he passed the line of scrimmage there. It was a little weird.
I think he was hesitant to make that run, seeing how much space there was and how little defenders there were, seeing if he would take the chance, maybe get out of bounds.
Maybe he got psyched out.
Did.
Maybe he got psyched out.
Yeah.
No? 2nd and 3, motion. Handoff up the middle. 42 gets stuffed at the line.
10 holes in, takes it up the middle. Looks like he doesn't get far. Might have lost.
That down. That is a 4 that I see. Finn Hanna with the stop. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the 24, 3rd down, call it 3.
Come to the line. Looks like it might be a run here. Eastlake showing pressure. He drops back. 13, incomplete. He was looking for 17. And that was a fairly on-target pass. Just, I don't think 17 was ready for it.
Couldn't come up with it. He was across the line to gain.
Looked a little high to me. Going across the middle like that could be dangerous to make that catch.
He still wants to make the catch, though.
Yeah.
You know? Because that would be a 1st down, and here they're punting. Fourth and 3. Back deep, that looks like Jackson Wheeler, 28 for the Wolves, 18 to punt for the Falcons. Punt deep,
halfway line.
fielded at about the 40.
Stiff arm. Past the 40, breaking tackles.
Still on his feet, he'll go out at about the 45-yard line. That was 29, Barrett Bratlin.
Cole Sullivan on the tackle. First and 10, Eastlake.
So Eastlake will start with I think their 2nd best field position of the game. Just a little bit ahead of their starting field position for their 1st drive, and a little bit behind their starting field position after that pick. But it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 45. 8 minutes and 11 seconds left in the 1st half.
First and 10, Eastlake.
Eastlake with a tight end, it looks like. Either that or they don't have enough players. I don't think they have enough players on the field. Here goes Bratlin. And they call a timeout fairly smartly. They didn't have enough players on the field. They were, they had one receiver, and a wing, running back, quarterback. That's not how many that you're supposed to have, plus the 5 linemen. That only makes 10.
Yeah.
I mean, Pablo, you're more familiar with soccer, but, you know,
Having
same
10
numbers.
on the field, yeah, not good.
Same numbers.
Being down a player is definitely not good, as we see in many professional play. Being down a player means that you have to park the bus, play deep. Unfortunately, in football, on offense, that's not how that works.
Those are certainly all words. I don't think I understood what you said, though. Anyway, after a bit more clarification with that offense, making sure that they, in fact, have 11 players on the field, they can come out for 1st and 10. Up 7. Trying to make that 14.
First and 10, Eastlake.
All right, 1st and 10. Woodinville showing blitz. They rush 5. Kinney drops back, lets it fly for one drop. Wide open, one drop to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown! Daniel Weintraub, 55 yards.
$7:58 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Weintraub tacks on 6 points.
That was a beautiful pass there by Kellen Kinney.
was.
Just perfectly on the money, right in stride, and then Weintraub's speed just able to take him off down the center of the field. Jake Carolyn for the PAT. Paxton Jacobson to snap. Kick is up and good. So the score with about 8 minutes left in the first half. Eastlake Wolves 14, Woodinville Falcons, nada. Once again, anyone who wants to interact with the stream chat, we will be happy to answer any questions or respond to any sort of comments you guys may have. The 13 of you that are watching currently. Well, I guess 13 includes me looking on my phone, so 12 of you, not including me.
7:58 left in this half. Carolyn sets up.
So Jake Carolyn lines up to kick off. 13 and what looks like 25. Back deep to receive.
That's a big kick down to about the 10. Woodinville.
And they fake the exchange. 25 still with the ball.
Up to around the 25. Eastlake makes the stop.
Brought down by Rory Johnson there. Number 20, and that is where Woodinville will take over. It's about 5 yards past what a touchback would have been, or what a touchback should have been, you know, in the NFL or in college or something like that, just straight to the 25. 1st and 10. This we're a little bit higher up. I'd say 1st and 10 when we get back, but we don't have ad breaks here. We just get straight to football. So 3-by-1 receivers for Woodinville. Looks like they might pass it here, and they do. 13, they set up a screen. 26, taken down from behind. That looks like Johnson. Rory Johnson with the tackle. And yes, that's right. There is another Johnson that is doing well at Eastlake football. Why are there so many? I don't know. He might not be related to Colby or Miles. I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I don't know. Outside of Eastlake, I know 3 other Johnsons.
Eastlake showing pressure, 2nd and 8. They'll run it with the quarterback keeper. Flag flies, and 13 gets taken down for a loss of 2. We'll see what this flag is about. This could be... I'm not sure what this could be. I didn't see any sort of hold, so it could be a face mask. Let's see what the call is. And it is holding against the Falcons, so that'll back them up 10. 2nd down and 18 rather than just 8.
Well, this has been a tough evening for the Falcons so far. Starting off with a pick, then being stopped down for a punt, and now it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple series, you know, but the evening's not over. They still have time to turn it around, you know. They've got 27 minutes of football left to play. Of course, with the 10-minute quarters.
Ball is spotted on the 17-yard line.
The something-yard line, says the in-stadium announcer. I can give you a little bit more accurate. The 18.
That's the 17, Ed.
Is it? Yes, it is the 17. No, it is the 18. It's caught by 28 at about the original line to gain. Sorry, not line to gain, line of scrimmage. So looks like a gain of about 8, maybe 9. Spot him down at about the 26. Looks like that'll be 3rd and about 8. So a fairly good gain there on 2nd down.
Yeah.
You know, got back all of the penalty yardage. Unfortunate that it had to be only the penalty yardage, but here they go. 22 in motion. 13 drops back to pass. Under pressure, steps up, 13 fires. Oh, almost intercepted. That was almost another pick by Schwager there.
Almost.
In and out of the hands. No, you may have heard the in-stadium announcer there. Chris Hanschke holding no punches. 4th and 8, and it looks like they're gonna punt again. Better outcome than what could have happened there.
Well, we don't know yet. It could be an amazing punt return here.
Yeah, you never know. I don't think I've. Oh, and it's dropped. The ball's dropped. 18 running it. He's got some room. He's still on his feet. He's passed the first down. He's done it. I mean, it wasn't designed that way, but he got the first down.
I bet the Falcons are really thanking him now after that one.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if any of you guys would have watched the, you know, the Saturday night football game just last week, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that, there was a fairly interesting punt return where it was initially muffed and then run back for a touchdown. Would have been fairly strange to see one kind of like that, just from the punter. A handoff up the middle, 26. Has
Still
blockers
going.
and he'll be brought down. That's Schwager. Looks like he'll gain the first down anyways. Gain of about 11 or 12 inside the Eastlake 40, and Woodinville has a little bit of momentum.
Looks like the kicker really helped him there a lot.
Yeah.
Getting that momentum. It's,
I mean, all it takes is one play.
yeah.
So here it is, 1st and 10 from the Eastlake 39. Or 38. Motion. 13 drops back to pass. Lets it fly. Looking long, incomplete. He was looking for 17. That's for Finn Hanna. In coverage. No flags fly. So clean coverage there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Second down and 10 for the Falcons. They'll hand it off. Around the outside, 26 gets slammed down. That looked like a fairly hard hit. Not really a hard hit by the defender, but just a hard hit to the ground. That's Lincoln Winner with the tackle. And yeah, that wasn't really, it wasn't the hardest of hits by Winner himself, but it was just the way that he fell. Remember Tua?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, many concussions there from Tua. Hopefully this quarterback doesn't make the same mistake of diving headfirst into the defenders.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more of just the fact that he hit head first onto the ground, just really, really hard there. 3rd and about 6. 13 drops back, fires, caught, 22, and he's hit, dives a little bit. That's 10, Jamison Smith with the tackle, but not before Woodinville gets that First down inside the Eastlake 20. Marking down at about the 18. So here, finally, you know, Woodinville's been able to get a drive going. Wouldn't have believed it after their first little bit, and also the start of this drive until that, you know, fumbled snap for the punt. Motion again, handoff around the outside.
Handoff,
26 will be brought down. That is Jackson Wheeler, sort of not really bringing him down, but bringing him to a stop. They'll mark him for a gain of about 3.
Picks up a couple. Ball is on the 16.
All spotted at the 16. Makes it second down at about 7.
Falcons looking to score inside the red zone.
Just under 4 to go. Falcons trying to get on a board.
Second and about 8.
Looks like they moved him back a yard. Spotted at the 17, not the 16. Second and 8. Empty backfield for the Falcons here. I wonder what they're gonna do. A little bit of confusion. Motion, they'll run a sweep. 22 in trouble, and he's brought down way in the backfield. That's 66, Emerson Sharon. Read that beautifully.
You know, I had French class with Emerson last year. We did a lot of shenanigans.
Really?
Yeah, it was very interesting getting to see our teacher get mad at our friends instead of us when we were just chilling in the back of the classroom.
Interesting.
Great to see him.
Well, speaking of back of the class, he took him down to the back of the field.
Yeah.
Ball spotted at the 26-27.
17 to go to get the first down with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
So here they go. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a pass here. And
Drops
well,
back
that's
to
what he
throw.
does. 13, lets it
Throws
fly. Caught by 28.
There is a
Stiff
flag
arm.
on the play.
And he'll be brought down. Jackson Wheeler with the stop, and there is a flag down.
And Mitchell Chain also on the tackle.
See what the call is. Either way, he wouldn't have even been back to the original line of scrimmage.
Rolling clock, 2:21.
Let's see what the flag is. Maybe. Potentially.
Flag comes out, stops the clock, 2:21.
Hopefully. Holding on the Falcons.
Falcons, that is going to push them back another 10.
So that'll make it third down and 27.
Yeah. And unless the kicker can make a kick from this far, I don't think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about JV kicking. It
Rarely
never,
happens.
yeah, it's never really that good.
Yeah.
You know, ball spotted at the 35. They need the 8. So third down and 27. I think there's a high likelihood that that we might see a pass here, you know?
You never know. Teams can be as unpredictable as...
Motion. They'll let it fly. A key here. 22 trying to break some tackles and
Fumble.
ball's on the turf. I think he was down though, and it looked like he might have been tackled by his own teammate there. I mean, obviously, you know, there was the Eastlake defender that sort of stopped him, but I think he ran into his own teammate and then just hit the deck.
1:56 rolling clock, fourth down, Falcons.
Makes it fourth and about 17. He gained 10 yards there, but it's interesting. Every time they gain 10 yards is when they need more than 10
Yeah.
to get the first down.
If only they could do that on the 1st and 10.
Yeah, that would be a really good play call. Gain 10 yards when you need 10. That's actually
Mind-boggling.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Looks like Eastlake calls a timeout. So we'll just sort of wait here for a little bit. About a 7:15. A little under 2 minutes to go.
Well, Ed, how was your practice now that we're here waiting?
It was all right, you know, not the best practice we've had, not the worst, but fairly good. We were able to install a couple new plays that are going to be pretty fun against Skyline.
That'll
You know?
feel
Can't-
amazing to watch.
Can't really tell you what they are because, well,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows who could be watching, you know? For all I know, one of my coworkers that goes to Skyline could be watching this and, you know, tell
Leak. Yeah. Leak
Tell
the
one of her-
information.
one of her football player friends and just like, Either way, 4th down. 13 lets it fly, and it'll
And
be
it's
swatted
away.
down. That's 5, Mitchell Shane. And I hope he isn't too disappointed about not picking that ball off because it wouldn't have been a good decision to pick it off.
Yeah.
You know, but Eastlake will take over on downs at their own, what looks like 24. 1st down and 10, maybe trying to extend that lead up to 21 before halftime.
Well, who knows? Let's see how they do here. They could be running out the clock. Just
Yeah.
getting down, getting in for the halftime, and then come out stronger.
Now, the thing about running out the clock, there's a fairly decent chance they'd hand it to Jack Steiner then, which, you know, there's a non-zero chance that he'll just break free and run 76 yards for a touchdown,
Oh, yeah.
because that's what he does.
And against this
And
defense, he
Kinney
seemed
will keep it here.
unstoppable.
He has blockers.
Oh.
Kinney across the 40, 45, 50.
Well,
Now
that
mark
fake
him-
definitely got me, that's for sure.
I mean, I guess that's really the tough part about having 2 running threats at both running back and at quarterback. Really what the Bills had to deal with
Yeah,
against the Ravens just last night. You
Thank
know,
God
the
I
threat
have
of
them both on my fantasy team. If not, I would have not beat you. Still a lot of time in the Seahawks game. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. But 1st and 10 from midfield for the Wolves. Kinney drops back, throwing way over the head. He's not really near anyone. Nearest defender was looks like 36 from Woodinville, and that was just the nearest player overall. I think he was looking for Weintraub there. Just a bit overthrown. Minute 21. So here it goes. Kinney will keep, he'll pitch it. Johnson is down at about the 46. It's Rory Johnson there. Gain of about 4, 3rd down and 6.
There's a minute 13 left in the half. 3rd and 5. We'll see what they do here.
One thing that Eastlake could do here is, you know, it worked fairly well for varsity, is just a simple go route by the tight end and just pitch it up above the heads of everybody. Went for a touchdown, and in the varsity game. Jake Aaron scoring his first varsity touchdown of his career.
Woodinville making noise.
And they'll throw it here,
Oh.
and it's dropped by Weintraub. That is unfortunate there. For the young brother of Noah and Benjamin, who both graduated in 2021 and 2024 respectively. Or sorry, 2022 and 2024. Senior season was 21 and 23. And now we see Eastlake in sort of a no man's land. They really can't kick a field goal because that would be, what, a well over a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
Can't really punt it because that would be a touchback. So they'll go for it. Woodinville rushes 4. They run a stunt. They'll pitch. Steiner around the outside. Stiff arm, but still gets shoestring. 22. Trying to talk a little smack to Steiner, but I don't think that would really work. But Woodinville will take over at their own 45-yard line. Still got over a minute left. Eastlake, I don't think they really were effective in running that clock out. They only took, about 50 seconds off that clock.
Well, 50 seconds could be a lot in a game like this, especially for Woodinville.
But you know what else could be a lot? A minute and 2 seconds, which is what they have currently. And if you play it right, you could score in 10 seconds, and timeout is called by Eastlake. That's their third timeout, so we'll just sort of take a quick 30-second break, So here it is, first down and 10 for the Falcons. Now, remember last time it was first and 10 from a team's own 45? 13 will drop back. It's a screen pass for 25. Breaks one tackle, does not break another. I believe that's Shane. Or no, that is Smith, Jamison Smith. He'll gain about 4. Brings up second down and 6. "13 drops back. Throws, and it's batted away. Could have easily been picked there by Steiner, but he just didn't.
Yeah.
It looked like he sort of had it in his hands for a little bit, and then he just threw it. Yeah.
No.
I don't know what was going on there, but 3rd and 6 either way.
Yeah, good stop, to be honest. Could have been worse for Woodinville.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Steiner, he probably would have taken it to the house.
Yeah.
Third down and 6. 13 drops back.
To throw.
Under pressure, 13 goes down. He throws it away, and that's going to be a flag there. Or at least it should be. And there it is. Yep, that'll be intentional grounding.
14 yards to the line of gain. Flag comes up.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, it's pretty much just the same as a sack. You know, really, the only reason a quarterback would do that is if he really does not like the guy who's about to sack him and just doesn't want his stats to look as good as they might with that extra sack, you know. But it essentially is a sack. And yep, so that'll go down as a loss of about, looks like 6, 5? Yeah, 5.
Loss of 5, starting 1 yard behind where they started with the ball.
4th and 11.
Yeah, and another thing about that intentional grounding call, it's loss of down. So 4th and 11, Woodinville's gonna punt here.
Falcons have it.
Eastlake still has 16 seconds. See if they can take it
This
to the
time
house.
he does catch the punt. That could have been blocked there, and
And there's no one to receive.
Eastlake's just gonna run away from that ball. It'll roll all the way inside the 10 to about the 7, it looks like.
Falcons are gonna stare at the ball until the clock runs out.
And, whoa, would you look at that? 0.1 seconds left in the half. They still got to run one last play.
And do nothing.
Well, there's two things Eastlake could do here, and it depends on how goofy they want to be. They could kneel it out, just go to halftime, or they could use their 10th of a second and try and take a shot.
Yeah. I mean,
I know
taking
which
a
one
shot
I would
might be
prefer.
risky, but I would like to see the reward. We'll see if they take their shot.
I mean, seeing the hands of these Woodinville players in general, I don't know if there would be a whole lot of risk throwing the ball when it's like this, because unless you throw it directly to a Woodinville receiver.
Back looking for that 93-yard pass.
So here it is. Kinney will just take a knee, and we will go to halftime. Pablo and I will step aside for the 10 minutes of halftime. See you at about 7:36.
Falcons here at Eastlake, they have not put anything on the board yet. Eastlake's got 14. 10 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in a few. Game board will switch sides. Let's start again.
Baby, I'm a go get up, go get up. Yeah, you better go fill up, go fill up. Baby, I'm a go get up, go get up. Yeah, you better go fill up, go fill up. Never put in the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. One man on me, only hear my name and a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am on the board, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go get up, go get up. Yeah, you better go fill up, go fill up. Baby, I'm a go get up, go get up. Yeah, you better go fill up, go fill up.
Just over a minute, back to the game time. Falcons are getting all set up. Eastlake Field, we've got Falcons at 0, Wolves 14. 60 seconds. Third quarter. Falcons won the original coin toss to third Eastlake, and they will receive the kick from Carolyn here at the beginning of the third quarter.
And welcome back, everyone. Now we're here for this third quarter. Eastlake up 14-0.
Werner and Darmarad in the back to receive.
Looks like we've got 13 and 25 back deep. And about the 12.
Carolyn's back to the
By
10.
Werner at the 8.
The Swarm. Fairly solid impact there.
Gets to about the 24.
And that is Daniel Weintraub down on the field.
Daniel Weintraub is starting that.
Don't know if he just got the wind knocked out of him or if he's genuinely injured. Just mute back up again. All right, well, he is back. Well, not back, but he's good. By rule, he has to sit out for at least one play. But either way, Woodinville will start their first drive of the second half on their own 25-yard line. They'll run motion. He'll hand it off, 42. Around the outside, trying to find a seam, but he doesn't find it. It looked like Jack Steiner on the tackle.
The 10 holes are looking for a lane up the left side, can't find it. 2nd and 12.
Looks like they'll call it a loss of 2. Just no escaping Jack Steiner on either side of the ball. So here it is, 2nd down and 12. Handoff, 42 slipping tackles. Powering forward, he'll gain a couple. Looks like they'll call it a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Steiner, the winner on the tackle.
Brings up about 3rd down and 7, maybe 8.
3rd and 7. Falcons.
Well, let's see how they do here. On their 3rd down record, they've not been very good.
Fumbled
Dropped-
snap. 13 tries to
Snap.
quickly get it out of there and probably shouldn't have been caught. It'll go down as a loss of 3.
17 catches in Paget.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this all night so far.
And in high school,
Their throwing
down by
is
contact
not
down,
good,
first
and
down. So they place it
they've dropped a few snaps already, so
40-yard line.
I mean, that one drive was pretty good, but they,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't
they
They didn't
end it.
capitalize.
Yeah.
Yeah. They stalled out like Eastlake did a couple weeks ago against Eastside Catholic. They just couldn't finish in the red zone. And, well, that's what Woodinville have been doing so far. That punt almost blocked.
Rattling near the field,
It bounces
ball
out of
over
bounds at the 43.
That is where the Kinney-led Wolves will start their first drive of the second half here. Up 2 scores. Maybe trying to extend on that lead.
First and 10, Eastlake. Handoff Steiner up the middle. Can knock it back to the line of scrimmage. The Woodinville Falcons brings it down. Second and 11.
The Falcons is called a cauldron. That is interesting. Huh. Wait, you said a kettle or a cauldron? Huh. Well, that'll bring up second down and 11. I don't know if you guys
Second and 11.
heard the incredible Chris Hanchka, our in-stadium announcer. As Kinney
throw.
passes it, and
It's going to be 3rd and short here at the 51-yard line.
the 51.
Sorry, the 49-yard line.
The 51. That was Blake Boucher on the reception. From the Woodinville 49, and that is sides. That's 2 of them. That's 70 and 18. Both jumping offside.
The official call is, it is indeed. Falcons offsides.
That'll give them a fresh set of downs. Plus territory. Move them to the 44. Or as you might call it, the 56.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it does look like the 56 if you're looking at it from an angle. Maybe a European angle, but not this one.
Either way, pitch to Steiner. Finds the edge across the 40, 45, close, or sorry, 35, close to the 30. They'll mark him out at about the 31.
That does give him the first down.
First and 10, and would you look at that? Another good run for Jack Steiner.
Yeah, I mean, he's been unstoppable today.
He really has. I mean, you know, Miles Johnson for varsity dropped 191 yards last week. Or, sorry, not last week, but just on Friday. Could Steiner be on pace to top that? Could
Well,
he be?
in this game, possibly. If we put him on varsity, it'd be a tough
He
call.
could still be pretty good on
Yeah.
varsity. No. They'll hand it off to Daniel Weintraub. I was confused by that.
He's wide open. He's going. Touchdown, Wolves!
Daniel Weintraub, 31 yards. Another really good fake there. I thought that was going to Steiner. Then I thought Kinney kept it. And then, oh, hey, there's Weintraub around the outside. A lot of misdirection.
What a play.
What a play.
a play.
A lot of misdirection, but a lot of good direction. Touchdown. That's the second on the night. Now we'll see Jake Carolyn for the PAT.
Big catch by Weintraub, takes it in. Carolyn kicks, looks
Up
good.
and through Jake Carolyn.
There it is. His
3
goal.
for 3 on PATs.
5:46 left in the third.
And the
Eastlake
score
up
with
to 21.
5 and a bit.
Falcons
Let's
still
just
looking
take a
for
look at
response.
this replay real quick. We can see just how fast is Weintraub there.
To beat that number 18 around
I mean,
the
18
outside.
18 really had prime position to make that touchdown saving tackle, and Weintraub just so fast, just broke right past it. But here we are, just under 6 minutes to play. Eastlake 21, Woodinville 0. Eastlake setting to kick off. Carolyn again. And that looks like 25, and I think that's a number
Yeah,
that he's
great
back
kick.
deep for Woodinville. Can't really tell from here.
That might just be
Zimmer
8.
in the back.
Nonetheless, there
Never
goes
mind,
the
it's
kick to the 10-yard line.
Fielded by Zimmer on the 9.
25.
Flag on the
flies.
play.
A lot of flag flies.
Tackled.
Mitchell Chain wraps him up.
Chain gets him down at about the 45, but I think this one's going back. Maybe
Yeah.
even to the 10.
See the flag.
With 2 flags on the play.
Yeah.
A couple fans yelling to throw him out.
A lot of people mad at this particular player. I don't know exactly who it was. But here comes the call. Personal foul, helmet contact on Woodinville.
So we have a personal
And I
foul.
believe
The Falcons helmet to helmet.
that should make it 15 yards from the spot because it's a kickoff.
Point the flag, which you see 15 back.
But it might be 15 just from the end of the run. And yes, it is 15 from the flag, so that means flag on the 38, ball on the 23.
Ball spotted 23-yard line.
So
Falcons versus 10.
that takes off about half of their return.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty much a half the distance to the goal penalty. In the end of it, takes him from the 45 to the 23, though I'm fairly sure he probably would have been tackled before the 45 had that penalty not been a thing. And thrown to 28, slips a tackle. He was got in the backfield, but you know, just able to get got just after the
Swagger and Johnson both on the
line to
tackle.
gain.
Slight gain. Falcons
Smith,
secondary.
Jamison Smith there mainly on the tackle. Schwager had him in the backfield.
9.
He had him dead to rights in the backfield and just slipped right off.
Yeah. I mean, good slip on the
Yeah, it was very
Woodinville
good job
player.
from 22, just getting slippery, getting Schwager, who's been a fairly good tackler for the Wolves just throughout these past couple years. He's been here and slipped right off.
handoff.
Handoff.
Handoff up the
Gains a
middle.
few.
We got brought down, I believe that's Wheeler,
Jamison
Johnson,
Smith was
and
there.
Smith on that tackle. No gain, maybe a gain of 1, 3rd and 7.
So they now picked up a yard. 3rd, maybe 7. Falcons.
A little over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Third and 7. Motion. Woodinville looking to pass. Screen to 25, makes a cut. Has some room, breaks free across the 40, the 50, and brought down by Schwager across the 45. 25 with some really good awareness there.
Yeah, I mean, making it all the way that far almost feels like the Woodinville bench players would have said, "Run, Forrest, run," with that one.
I don't know, I feel like had that been the case, he would have just kept going even after being knocked out of bounds. He would have just been in the woods.
Yeah.
You know?
Making it cross country all over again.
Wrong sport. Wrong. Play action. 13. Pump fake. Under pressure. In trouble. Not taken down. Lets it fly. Incomplete. Looking for 17 there, and that was 78. Who is 78? Logan Karch. All he really had to do was just reach out and give him a little bit of a hug, and that would have been a really good sack.
Yeah.
He just didn't go for it. Kind of surprised. So instead of it being potentially, you know, second and maybe 17, which is where the sack probably would have placed him, was around midfield. It's second and 10. Another passing formation here. 3 receivers on the bottom of the screen. Eastlake showing pressure. Play action. 13 lets it fly. Caught. 22 still going, and pretty big hit by Schwager there.
Yeah, almost broke that tackle there. And
yeah.
Luckily, there was some Wolves back there to help out get the tackle.
Gain of about 7 there, maybe 6 or 7. Looks like they'll call it 6. 3rd down and 4. They need the 34.
As I've said, their 3rd downs have not been it today.
No, they really haven't.
All the way down to the 4th, and let's see what happens here.
Handoff, 25,
Towards
has
the
blockers.
middle.
Stuffed there by Finn Hanna.
Does make the 1st down.
Hanna with a fairly stout stop there, but you know, either way, still made the 1st down. Ball spotted at the 30. As the clock ticks to under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
First down, almost to the 30.
There's a Wolves
Falcons.
player having to tie his
Just under
shoe.
3 minutes to go in 3rd.
Now he's back up.
Woodinville still looking to get on the board. This is their 2nd fairly decent drive.
Yeah.
Last one didn't capitalize in the red zone. Let's see what they can do here. Not quite in the red zone yet, but on the 30.
First and 10 Falcons.
25 in the backfield for the Falcons. Eastlake showing pressure.
Drops
Fumbled
the
snap.
Barrage.
13 on the run. Pump fake. Fire.
Overthrow, almost picked off.
That was Barrett Bratlin. That's 2 now. 2 now that we've almost had. It's been in their hands.
Barrett Browland in and out of the hand.
Last time Schwager, now it's Bratlin, and you should have had that.
Yeah, I mean,
Second down.
was there a tip there that could have thrown him off? But, I mean, even if he had it right here, cradled.
I mean, if anything, that tip put it closer to his body so he could catch it easier,
Yeah.
but, well, once again, that's another play that makes it 2nd and 10 rather than what could potentially be worse
Yeah.
for Woodinville. Just within a matter of plays. Here it is,
Drops
13.
back to throw.
Drops back.
Breaks
Splits the
one
tackle.
tackle.
28
Goes
inside
out
the
of bounds
15.
around the 13-yard line.
Interception. He goes out of bounds near the 13.
I was looking at the line. They could have called a bit of holding there, but, you know,
Falcons looking to get the board.
if the flag's not thrown, you're not guilty. So here it is, Woodinville back in the red zone. Last time they did so, they turned it over on downs. We'll see what they do with this opportunity.
First and 10 inside the 15.
22 in motion.
Hands it
Handoff.
off.
25 slips a
inside.
tackle. Still going inside
Towards
the
the outside.
Fumble! Fumble! Touchdown Woodinville! 25 recovered his own fumble. And a flag is thrown.
Flag comes out after touchdown is called.
This could very much be an unsportsmanlike conduct. Coaches up here in the booth are saying he spiked it.
Zebras will confer.
We'll see what the call is. The head ref on about the 20-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Woodinville.
Unsportsmanlike.
However, because it was after the play,
After the play.
the touchdown will stand.
Should count.
So Woodinville finally gets on the board here, and
That's going to make the fan happy.
Eastlake will
There she is.
Eastlake will decide whether to enforce the penalty on the PAT or on the kickoff.
So the Falcons will get backed up for their kick.
Well, for the sake of the Falcons, let's hope that their momentum carries on into their defense and their next drive on offense.
You know, I doubt it will, because Jack Steiner exists.
Yeah.
And here they go. They're going for two.
Looks like the Falcons are going to go for two.
Motion.
Drops back to throw.
Rolling out.
Throwing.
Crosses it over.
And it is incomplete. Really good defense there by Hannah. So it'll stay at 6, just over 2 to go, and in the
Falcons get
third
6.
quarter. So Eastlake Wolves 21, Woodinville Falcons 6, and oh my gosh, that is blurry. Well, now it's back. Okay.
Well, you'd think that for being down 3 scores, or well, now 2, they'd go for an easy point instead of risking it and going for 2.
Yeah. And now if they want any hopes of tying it up within 2 scores, they will have to go for 2 at least one time. Though maybe they just don't have a kicker, you know? There have been a lot of times, you know, when I played my sophomore year, we didn't really have, I mean, it's not that we didn't have a kicker, we just didn't have any linemen for our JV, and we just didn't kick field goals at all, pretty much. We went for 2 pretty much every time. And,
Well, I mean, but we have seen him punting, so unless he can't do field goals.
yeah. But I mean, I know in high school, punters and kickers usually end up being the same person. But you never know. He could be really good at punting, and then the moment the ball is on the ground, can't kick it 10 yards, you know?
Yeah. Or he shanks it wide every single time.
Yeah. But he's still their kickoff kicker. He's been doing fairly decent. I mean, he's had 1 kick, and it was a surprise onside kick to start the game. But
Falcons place on the 25 for kickoff.
so they'll kick off from the 25 because of the unsportsmanlike penalty. Pushes them 15 yards from the 40 to the 25.
Let's see what they decide to do here. Here comes the kick.
And they will launch it deep.
Long. Around
Fielded
the
by
30.
Weintraub.
Weintraub running.
Trying to find a hole. He gets past the 40 mark, down at about the 42, 43. He probably could have cut inside there.
Probably. This almost mirrors their first drive where they started from.
Yeah. And they did score on that drive.
Let's see how they do here. Probably going to hand it off on the first play.
Whoa, no way. It's almost like they have a really good running back.
Let's see how far the running game goes here then.
First and 10. Right side. It's up on 5.
Now, Eastlake really capitalizing on just the fact that Woodinville does not want Steiner to do anything. And so they're able to just pull the ball, give it to Kinney, and then just get going. Gain of about 5 here, 4.5. Something like that. Ball spotted at the 48. Hand off Steiner. Finds a hole. Contact, and he gets inside the 45. Marked down at about the 42. Looks like they'll call it the 41. That's enough for an Eastlake first down.
Yeah. I mean, all afternoon he's just been free to go wherever he please. Seems like the Woodinville defense
He's really only been
doesn't know how
stopped
to
on 1 or 2 carries. There was the one down on the goal line, on their second drive, and then the other one down on the goal line on that same drive. Other than that, everything's been 5+ yards, something like that.
First and 10.
Here. Towards the left side.
And
Offside.
another offside. Woodinville does not know how to just ignore the snap count, go on the movement of, at the very least, Eastlake's line.
It's been tough for them all afternoon to find their rhythm.
Really?
They might be thrown off from the running game, considering they've gotten so many yards and a couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Might be looking to get the jump on it and make the sack.
And the clock will tick down, and I think Eastlake might just let this this quarter come to a close here. Under 10 seconds to go, and that's exactly what Eastlake will do. And there it is, the score after 3 periods of play. Eastlake Wolves 21, Woodinville Falcons 6. Eastlake trying to knock on the door here. Go up.
Currently in the second half, only 2 scores.
Well, I mean, there were only 2 scores in the first half as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Except finally Woodinville got on the board here.
looks like it's getting to be really cold out here. Being
Nice warm 55 degrees.
many parents and fans getting out their blankets and puffy jackets.
I'm going to be honest. You cannot persuade me otherwise. The 50s, it's the perfect temperature to play football.
Oh, yeah.
All right, if you're on the field right now, you are feeling great. All right, it's not too hot, it's not 60s. They're getting a little bit warm. 70s gets even warmer, once you drop down to the 40s, you get cold even if you're running around this much. The 50s, all right, with all this padding and everything, you know, it feels so much better.
Eastlake.
Well, I mean, if only we had our Pack News weatherman, Dylan, in here.
Steiner on the outside, tries to cut back. He'll be brought down after a gain of about 6. Brought down to the 30, and that's good enough for an Eastlake first down. Speaking of Pack News weatherman, well, that wasn't Dylan initially.
No, it wasn't. It was me.
Accompanied by Wheeler. Sticks move, 1st and 10.
Yeah,
Eastlake.
and then I had other responsibilities to take care of, such as you, Ed.
Yes. Well, now we're both leading that class,
Yeah,
you know?
so,
But we're not allowed to do weather anymore,
no.
which is unfortunate. It was a fun segment to do.
Yeah, but we always got it wrong, didn't we?
Isn't that the point? First and 10 from the 31. Maybe. Sweep. Steiner cuts back, still going.
Breaks a tackle.
Inside the 20.
Keeps
Inside
going.
the 10. Brought out at the 8.
What a run from Steiner.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Showing
Another
us
one.
exactly what he's been doing all night.
Tell you what, one thing that's going to be really fun to watch. Next year, Colby Johnson, Miles Johnson, Jack Steiner.
Oof, that's going to be a triple threat right there.
Yup.
Triple threat of the century, maybe.
And then you keep that up with the receiver threats that we're going to have. It's just,
Just seems unfair for the rest of the teams.
yeah. Just seeing how good everyone really is.
1st and goal. Eastlake.
First and goal from the 9. Kinney keeps to the edge. Kinney, touchdown! Kellen Kinney, 9 yards. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Kinney with 2, Weintraub with 2. Steiner, the workhorse that's getting none of the points. Unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, apparently.
Well, I mean, you know, some of our friends out there in our fantasy league would definitely want to be drafting the Steiner and
Kinney?
Kinney, thank you, for their fantasy team. Get him a lot of points.
Jake Carolyn for the extra
Oh,
point, and the fumble
drop it.
snap.
Bad snap. Kinney jumps on it.
And
Ball still rolling.
play will be blown dead. I guess Woodinville won't have to try and go for 2 if they want to.
Eastlake will have to settle for 27.
Tie it up or
something like that. They have 9 minutes to make it all back.
They do only have 9 minutes to make it all back.
And as we know, our running back and our QB are just gonna keep pummeling their defense.
They really are. Now, we have seen teams come back from larger deficits in a shorter amount of time, including, oh, would you look at that, Woodinville.
That was an amazing comeback from them. I'm surprised they didn't capitalize, but good for
well,
the Wolves.
Goal
Good
line
recovery.
Goal line stand. Either way, who knows what would have happened in overtime?
Yeah. If I was not ready to stay out there in the cold until the end of that overtime.
I think he would have been, because it was a good game.
Oh yeah. No, I would have been out there, maybe freezing, but
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, Eastlake comes to kick off. Looks like 25 and 13 back deep. Both sitting at about the 12.
Carolyn sets up the kick.
9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game.
here goes the kick
A little bit
to around
shorter.
the 15.
325, dropped at about the 32. Fairly good kickoff coverage here by Eastlake, which is more than can be said by the varsity team.
Yeah. How many has it been? Twice? 3 times?
There's been a couple fairly large kick returns. One was housed against us by EC, but since then, I think the farthest they've gotten was about the 40. The plus 40.
Ball is spotted on the 33.
Not a good thing.
As I would have said earlier, the 60-yard line.
Yes, you would have said that. Here we are, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Handoff. Up the middle, stuffed. That is not going anywhere. Rory Johnson.
Rory Johnson on the tackle.
Gain of 2.
With Paxton Jacobson.
No, it is not James. No, it's not Lincoln Winter. It's number 20, Rory Johnson. There it is. That went away fairly quickly. All right, well, 2nd down and 8.
2nd down 8. Falcons.
Motion, looks like they're gonna run it here. And they will, 42 with the ball, slips a couple tackles, still rolling, and brought down by everybody.
Yeah. Past the 40 to the 41 is where they're gonna call it.
Gain about 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Woodinville on their 3rd down. Hand it off towards
42
the outside,
in trouble.
running.
Right into the hands of Rory Johnson.
Rory Johnson made the initial effort on the tackle, and 42 is able to fall forward for an extra yard or 2. Ball will be spotted at about the 47, making it a 1st down for Woodinville.
Well, there was a little bit of confusion there with the Wolves defense on the drop of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, if the ground causes the fumble, then, you know.
Official.
Oh, looks like there's an injured Falcon there. Looks like it might be 13. I can't really see a number, but we'll just sort of step aside while the training staff tend to him. All right, and the player was able to get escorted off the field there. Looks like that is 42. Not under his own power. That's not a good sign.
No, it is not. Hopefully he gets better without missing a good chunk of the season.
Yeah, really not a fun sight to see, no matter what side you're on.
Yeah.
You don't ever really want to see any sort of injury that takes someone out of the game. So here they are, first down and 10. 13, roll out, fires, caught, 28. Breaks one tackle.
Breaks another, breaks a couple. He's still going, stiff arm. Makes the first down.
Very strong running there by 28.
Yeah. I mean, against all odds, he made the first down.
Yeah. Finally brought down by Hamilton and Chain. Good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. Here it is, first down and 10. Handoff, 25.
That's the middle
Wrench
stopped.
down and
Did not make it past the D-line.
gain of about 3. It's 59, I believe. I don't see a 59 on my roster. It might be one of the randomly assorted numbers here, because this roster has been put together very effectively. I don't see a 59. Interesting. Second and 7.
Drops back to
13.
throw.
Looking, has a man open.
Intercepted.
Hamilton at the 24.
Man, this Woodinville offense has not been able to find their rhythm.
No, as soon as they get rhythm, something like this is happening. Pretty much every time, except for that one touchdown drive. Just they've stalled, and well, here it is, AJ Hamilton.
Well, that's got to be tough on the Woodinville quarterback after throwing 2 interceptions and not
2 almost interceptions.
and not finishing a couple drives.
Yeah. But here it is, ball officially marked at the 25, which is where Eastlake will take over with just under 6 minutes to play. Now this might be quite a bit of run plays just to get that clock down.
Hands it off.
He pitches it to Weintraub. Weintraub gets the edge.
Running.
Bowls a man over.
Jesus.
Dropped to the 30. Not sure if he was inside or not. He was in bounds, so the clock will roll.
Second, close to 6.
Looks like he gained about 4.5 there, maybe 5. We'll call it 5. Second down and 5. Five minutes to play. Handoff, Steiner. Finds a hole, Steiner across the 40, the 50, Steiner breaking free, he drops
Oh,
the ball.
fumble!
He picked
Picks it up! Keeps going!
Steiner's still on his
Past
feet.
the 40.
35, out of bounds and about the 31. Oh my goodness.
Huge run. Honestly, really well recovered after that fumble. He got a really lucky bounce there. Yeah.
Those of you who you might have heard. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna get a beautiful view of this fumble here. Look at this. Drag. Oh wait, no, this is him getting pulled out of bounds. You know, maybe he just wanted to turn football into basketball.
Yeah. Make it a little interesting for the folks who are
yeah.
falling asleep. Many people with their cozy blankets, their seats.
Or jackets.
Yeah.
Kinney rolls out.
Keeps
Looking
running.
to throw. He's running. Breaks one tackle. He gained what looks like about 6, maybe 7. Clock will run under 4 to play. Looks like he'll be spotted. Gain of about 6.
On the 24-yard line. Second down.
2nd and 4. Eastlake really not in that big of a hurry to score. They just want this. They want to run this game out. You know?
I think this will just count more towards a bit more of a moral victory, besides the victory that they're already getting.
Oh, absolutely.
Gaining stats with this
Second
drive.
down.
Handoff, Steiner, never mind. Flea flicker, looking to the end zone. Incomplete.
Flag on the play already, though.
Flag was down as the ball got snapped. Let's see what the call is. Eastlake says it's against Woodinville. And here's the call. No play. Illegal formation on the Wolves. So that'll back them up 5. Brings up 2nd down and 9 rather than 2nd and 4.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Eastlake does it the same as Woodinville and only gains back the penalty yardage.
Yeah. I doubt it.
Unlikely, yeah, but probably one up Woodinville and get a touchdown with this drive.
Yeah, you never
With
know.
this play, possibly.
Eastlake needs a ball apparently, and incredible throw by the coach there. Definitely spiraled
Now we've got 2
properly.
balls.
Oh, now there's a second ball.
Next ball is tossed off. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
We gotta get rid of the balls.
Illegal formation. Backed up to
Too many.
9.
So here they are, 2nd and 9, and now they gotta get their play in. Probably won't be the flea flicker that we just saw.
3 minutes to roll.
Pine Lake Ale House.
Eastlake has the ball.
You can watch
Infinity of Bellevue.
Just a chance to go out of the
Kinson and Kinson Homes. 2nd down and 9.
Pitches
Pitch.
it off.
And a reverse to Weintraub. Slips one tackle. He's got a lot of open space. Slips another tackle. Flag flies. And he'll be pushed back. Whistles blow, and he's still being pushed back. Let's see what this flag is. Could it be holding? Could it be face mask? Could it be something? Illegal block on Eastlake. This is not the direction they want to go. That'll push him back another 10. So it'll make it 2nd down and 19.
That's going to back him up again.
And I feel like if Weintraub there, you know, even if the penalty sort of negated that yard, it's I feel like he could have just kept going. If he had not tried to break the Woodinville defender's ankles, he probably could have gotten more yardage. You know, he has the speed. He very much has the speed, as we were able to see on that reverse earlier.
Making it all the way past around the outside of the defender.
2nd and 19. Kinney drops back, fires. Weintraub incomplete.
In and out of the hands, it looks like Bondre.
Or was that Weintraub? That might have been Ishan Bondre. Number 18, not number 19.
Ball is incomplete.
That is Bone Gray.
Number 39.
He had that, and then he didn't.
Now he's gonna go get the ball.
And now, yeah. So now once again, Eastlake has a pair of balls on the field.
Right.
3rd and 19.
From the 39-yard line.
I wonder if we're gonna see a pass. Did I just hear someone do a crow noise?
Kenny
Kenny drops back,
Slips.
incomplete.
and
He's looking for Weintraub and he just fell down. Tackled by the turf monster.
Tackled by Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I don't think he'd be a friendly ghost if he did that.
Well, I mean, who
Casper
knows?
the unfriendly ghost.
He might be a Woodinville fan.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or he just wants to see an underdog story. Either way, just
Well,
over
with
2
2
minutes to
minutes
play.
and 20 seconds left, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, you never know. You ever heard of the Miracle Bowl?
Actually, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd I interest you in BYU football?
Well, let me hear
The
that.
1980 Holiday Bowl, they were down by 4 scores with 2 minutes left and somehow managed to win that game. 4th and yes amount of yards. Kenny looking long, a little too long. Bondre was nowhere in the area. So Woodinville will take over from their own 40. 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Now picking up with the 39 in the direction.
Well, let's see if Woodinville gets that miracle goal you were talking about.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, seeing how they've been performing
2:15 to
throughout
go. Falcons have the ball.
recent plays and
Just like with a bit of confusion getting to the line. Handoff 25 up the middle and
getting stopped at the 42.
gain about 3. Why did that look like, Eastlake being a bit confused may have meant less yards for Woodinville? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Looks like they'll call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Maybe 2.
2nd and 8.
And a quick pass.
28.
28. Oh, stiff arms a man out of bounds and then gets taken out by the same man. That was some good, powerful moves there. Put his hand on his face, turned him around, shoved him out of bounds. That was Derrick Henry-esque.
First and 10 Falcons. About 90 seconds
I hear
left
an
in the
incredible exhaust that I think that might just be the field cart.
Maybe the school bus that's out behind us.
Handoff up the middle, 25. Breaks a couple tackles, does not get away from Ratlin. He'll gain 4. Maybe 5.
Rattling.
Clock will tick, and I think Woodinville might have given up on this game. They're not calling timeouts, they're not throwing passes, they're just
Letting the clock run.
under a minute to go.
Maybe they'll do 4 verticals here. Play a little Madden.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, flag. See what the refs have to say about this one.
I don't see any flags on the turf right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh yes, it is on the far side of the field. Let's see what the call is. Right of the snap. Illegal substitution by Eastlake. Guess they had too many players. So that'll make it 2nd and inches.
Clock stops, 50 seconds to go.
Maybe 2nd and inches, maybe 1st and 10. Not quite sure what's going on with the chains.
Yep, first down.
And that is what they'll do. It is 1st down and 10.
First and 10, Falcons from the Eastlake 40.
All on the Eastlake 40.
Snaps, drops back. Throws.
Fires, it is caught.
Past the first down.
Caught by
By quite a bit.
I think that's the first throw of more than 5 yards through the air by 13 here, and timeout gets called by Woodinville.
Seems like they're not giving up just yet, even though there's only 40 seconds remaining.
Hey, you never know.
This would be even more of a miracle goal than BYU's.
It really would, yeah. Infinity of Bellevue. Kinson and Kinson Homes. Eastlake Youth Football. They play all their games on Saturdays. Perfect Press Printing. These logos are going by pretty quickly. Oh, Pine Lake Ale House for a split second.
There it is.
There you are. You can catch the varsity streams every Friday night at Pine Lake Ale House. They've started showing those on the TVs there.
That seems nice. I mean, maybe if I leave the game early, go get a burger there.
That'd be
Nice night. I wouldn't do that though. Leave you out there cold. Not.
All right, 1st down and 10 from the Eastlake 20.
Drops
13,
back to throw.
rolling out, fires,
Blocked.
and swatted away. That is 67. If I can find a 67 on my roster. I'm not sure if I have a 67 on this roster. I don't have a 67 on the roster.
The ball knocked down. 2nd and 10, Falcons.
Apologize to that player and his family. I don't have a 67 on my roster. 2nd down.
Drops back to throw.
13, looking to the end zone. Incomplete. Pretty good defense.
Looks like the
Woodinville wants a flag, which I would understand if a flag was thrown. I also understand that the flag isn't thrown. There was a lot of contact on both sides, and I would understand either way. 3rd and 10.
3rd down, Falcons on the Eastlake 20.
30 seconds to play.
Drops
13.
back.
We're going to the end zone again for 17. And this one's good. Touchdown Falcons.
Back of the end zone. Full pass brings it in 2nd try. Sept is gone. With 24 seconds left to go, the Falcons will come out and have their opportunity for some extra points.
All right, so here they are. I think they might go for 2 again.
I think they are going to try their luck. See if they can do it this time.
24 seconds to play. They're down 15 as of right now.
Drops
13,
back,
rolling
throw.
right.
Open in
Lots
the
of good
backfield.
coverage, incomplete. Out of the hands of 17. Try is no good.
Well, that's twice that they've gone for the 2-point conversion and not converted on it.
I guess with how little confidence they should have in their 2-point game, and I guess that might show you just how little confidence they have in their kicking game. But here they go to kick off.
24 seconds remaining.
They're playing the mix-up between the BGs and AC/DC. Staying alive and back in black, mixed together.
Yeah, this is an interesting mix-up. I quite like it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We gonna listen to it this Friday against Skyline, you think?
Well, unfortunately, Hanska, I don't think he has, control over the audio during varsity games.
That would be a vibe, to be honest.
Yeah.
And again,
Though-
we do have the Eastlake Band.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be doing a really big marching show.
So here it is, the third kick of the game for this Woodinville team. Weintraub and Steiner back deep at the 15. This time he's kicked from where it's supposed to be kicked, the 40, rather than the 25 last time. This one, once again,
Onside.
a low kick,
Bouncing kick.
bouncing, and it's
Slider goes
flipped
after,
out of bounds.
So that will be Eastlake ball right around the 30.
I think the Eastlake player was trying to get a return, which is not a smart thing when it's an onside kick. You just get that ball, you go down instantly. And that is the end of this game. The final score, your Eastlake Wolves 27, Woodinville Falcons 12. Eastlake will move to 1-1 on the season. We will say good night. Be sure to try and catch the freshman game this Wednesday at Woodinville. I will not be there, but some very capable people will be.
And I for sure won't be there either. I have practiced myself, so.
Yeah, well, you're a soccer goober. However, on behalf of everybody here, the Wolves Football Association, all of our sponsors, Pablo Vasave, I'm Ed Thatcher. Good night, everybody.
Good night.